My name is Stephen Cox, and I actually did quite a bit of due diligence with Discovery Point. I looked at different places, and I really connected with the person that I spoke to on the phone with Discovery Point. They made me feel very at ease, relaxed. Also, at the moment in time, I was excited the fact that there were TVs in the room that had Netflix. So I'm like, I'm already sold there. The program in general, once I got to Discovery Point, it was a great experience. I came to Discovery Point on January 1st of 2020. Everybody's looking at me walking up, and I ask, is this Discovery Point Retreat? They're like, yep. I said, perfect, I'm here. I have arrived. From there, the next day, it was just a very comfortable environment for me. My first day, immediately went into detox. I felt really pretty comfortable, really, with that process. They provided what they called comfort meds, which really did make me feel comfortable through the detox period. Medical staff was highly impressive. I was really impressed with everybody. They really wanted to know exactly how I truly felt. They weren't a distributor providing all these different meds. And if you weren't feeling right on a particular one, you just let them know, talk to the doctor, and they were fantastic about changing that. And again, making you feel as comfortable as possible. Whenever I entered into detox, they weren't really too certain how long I would be in it. During that time period, a lot of different questions are asked about how do you feel, how are you feeling, what's your state of mind. Discovery Point was very good about creating a plan for me that was very individualized and tailored. Once I got out of detox and my mind started to function more normally, I found that each class was a little bit different. What was good about the program itself was that it did allow you the opportunity to dig deeper in figuring out, okay, you may actually have character defaults. And at the time, my ego was so big that I was like, no, I'm perfect. I can't have any defects. Clearly I did. And it's not pointed out in such a way that you're called out from it. It's something that naturally, organically happens throughout the entire process. You start to communicate with the different people that you're in the house with. And everybody has their own story. So you're not just learning from the counselors, the instructors, but you're learning from the people that are actually living in the house, that are sharing the exact same experiences that you are. I really truly believe that Discovery Point Retreat was the right type of culture and right type of environment for me, specifically at that time, to just let go of everything that I had perceived in the past and just start off with almost like pushing the factory reset button. Each day you start to see that you are growing, and there are certain classes that you get those aha moments. That's what was really spectacular. I had actually been to 2 other rehabs before attending Discovery Point Retreat. The first one really was encouraged more by my family. They knew I was going through some trauma at the time. It was very intense, big book study all day long, and it was the anticipation that you would go through steps 1 through 12 and you'd complete that in 30 days. So technically, after I had completed that program, I was on step 12. That lasted for maybe 90 days. Then I started repeating the same behaviors, the same things that I was doing in the past. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go to one more rehab. I found a place that was a past Neiman Marcus spa because that's my mindset. I want to go to the best. And the facility itself was very nice, but the context of the environment was very different. And it was so big. There were over 130 people that were actually part of that facility. Everything was very segregated. My consumption of time there was spent more enjoying the aspects of the hot tub, the steam room, those things, working out, outdoor pool, indoor pool. So I treated it more as okay, I understand I have a problem with drinking. Now I probably need to entertain possibly going into a sober living facility. But I don't know if I was really truly convinced that I was still an alcoholic per se. It got to a point where I literally landed the dream job that I always wanted and got a brand new place, was excited, and I'm like, you know what? Everybody in the office does drink, and it's kind of a social type atmosphere, so I'm just going to be very conscious of how much I do drink. Needless to say, one drink led to another, and the old habits started right back up again. At that point in time, I really just put my hands up in the air and I'm like, God, you know what? I don't care at this point in time. I'm really ready just to give up. So I looked at different facilities. I was trying to figure out which ones had the best amenities, and it was the care and compassion of the person that I spoke to on the phone that really started that whole process to get me excited really about trying something new. It felt very much like I was home in a sense. I just was truly myself, and Discovery Point Retreat allowed me to just be comfortable with that. And an interesting thing happened whenever I did become just my true, authentic Stephen self. People started to talk to me, and they talked to me more than once and twice, and I'm like, is a friendship kind of developing here? Because I'm not used to that. Wow, maybe if you're just your own true self, your real authentic self, people will actually like you for who you actually are, defects and all. And I will tell you this, it is far, far, far easier not to play this charade of trying to pretend of who you want to be, but being your actual self. Discovery Point allowed me the opportunity to be myself. Everybody just seemed to have a different type of presence than what I'd seen at other places. And I really contribute a lot of that to the people that were there, the RCs, the counselors, the nurses, the doctors. Their whole approach was just very relaxed. I never felt like I was really being judged, which allowed me to be more vulnerable. And it felt really, I know this may sound a little cheesy, but it felt like I was with family. It provided that type of culture and that environment that allowed me the ability, and that's scary to be vulnerable, especially in front of a large group of people. But I heard the other stories of other people. I related to those. I was empathetic to those. And in return, people were empathetic with my story and what I had to say. And that was big for me, for someone to have empathy for me. And that for me was the best type of environment, was feeling accepted and being around people that shared the same common things that I was going through. But you learn something from every single person there. It's okay to be who you are. I said the words, I am an alcoholic for real at Discovery Point Retreat. At that point in time when I said, hi, I'm Stephen, I am an alcoholic, it resonated with me. It was a aha moment. So that was the time for me that I said it, I believed it, And since then, it's worked. I get it. I get it now. Discovery Point is an opportunity for you to truly discover who you are. Just in the very nature of the name, Discovery Point Retreat, you are able to discover who you truly are. Take the chance, make the phone call, and just see what your experience is going to be like over the phone. You have nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose but make a simple phone call and see, hey, maybe this is right for me.